Welcome. Today I'd like to share with you an introduction to sound healing. So if you look at my website, www.garysavitsky.com, you'll see one of the things I offer is sound healing. So what is sound healing? Essentially, sound healing is the application of sound and its associated vibration to elicit a healing response. Now, that can be interpreted many different ways. So if I was to say, am I listening to music? Could that be type of a sound healing? Perhaps, absolutely. Really depends on a lot of different things, and maybe the type of music you're listening to. Some music may make you feel energized, right? Wanting to move, and that's one type of response. Other music may make you feel calm and relaxed, and that's a different type of response. Sound healing is sound and vibration with a very specific reason of a healing response. So again, music in general could affect everybody a little bit differently and uniquely, and it's not necessarily was the music created for healing or in that regard. So it's a little different when we talk about sound healing as opposed to music. Now, sound healing can be done many different ways. Sound healing can be done with the voice. Our voice can be a very powerful, energetic, vibrational sound healing um, tool. I hate using that word tool, but for lack of a better term, an instrument maybe, that our voice can be healing. And even in just general conversation, how we speak, what type of vibrational quality our voice has, what type is our voice hard, is our voice soft, is our voice loud, is our voice have inflections in some places and different places, where are those inflections? All kinds of different components. What are we thinking when we are speaking? What are we feeling when we are speaking? So for us to create a healing instrument with our mind, we need to consider a lot of many different things. So, but that is a potential, is that our voice can become a healing instrument. But we need to, like I said, consider what do we think, what do we feel, what are we saying, and how are we saying it, or how are we vocalizing. So absolutely, our voice can be a sound healing instrument. Other things like tuning forks, maybe you've heard of those before, very wonderful sound healing tools. Crystal singing bowls have a role in the sound healing world as well. What I'm representing here is mostly metal singing bowls. And why the metal bowls? I also use gongs and chimes. But when somebody is receiving a sound healing, an individual sound healing, it is most of the time done with the singing bowl or numbers of singing bowls. So let me explain why we do that. In sound healing instruments, the singing bowl is one of the most comprehensive and flexible instruments that can produce such a deep, deep response, and I'll explain. So it's called a singing bowl because it looks like a bowl, right? But essentially, this is very much like a bell, and in a way, it's part of the bell family. So if I was to flip it upside down and hold it like this, you can start to see, yeah, you know what? It kind of does look like a little bit like a bell. So it's part of the bell family in a way. Singing bowls as a instrument of healing or of meditation, of transformation, dates back hundreds to thousands of years. The history is kind of a little bit not been really written down well, or if it was, that's been lost in time. But there have been people who have, using modern technology, have dated ancient bowls well into the hundreds to thousands years old. So they could predate that. We can't confirm that. So understand that this idea and concept of vibrational sound healing was taking place over 1,000 years ago. So we as a species had already understood that without modern technology able to help us understand it today. Today, I have all kinds of wonderful modern technological instruments that we can analyze what sound and vibration comes out of this bowl. I can take a sample of the metal and say, how old is this bowl? I can test its acoustical qualities and how it expresses vibration. I can put instruments on a person, a brain wave monitoring, heart rate monitoring, respiration monitoring, blood pressure monitoring, and when somebody's receiving a sound healing, you can quantifiably, visually, scientifically demonstrate the changes that are taking place. Thousands of years ago, they didn't have those instruments, yet they still knew. Ancient technology, ancient scientists came up with this without having all that information available to us. So it's only today that modern science and technology is able to give us more and more insight as what they knew thousands of years ago already. So the singing bowl is a harmonic vibrational sound instrument, meaning it produces multiple tones and frequencies across a harmonic expression rather than for example, if I had a piano and I hit a note on a piano, that single note is more of a pure single note tone. And a piano has multiple keys across it, and it goes across multiple octaves. So if I was to hit 4 of the same note, you would hear the same note but in different frequencies, and that's a harmonic expression of that same note. A singing bowl produces all those frequencies. Most singing bowls are created, and if you want to call the word tune, around a foundational type of sound and vibration. And we can use the word note, but when this concept and idea of singing bowls was manifesting in humanity, modern musical notation was not used in its development. These bowls were developed in the Himalayan region of the world. Sometimes people call them Tibetan singing bowls, but that's really a little bit of an inaccuracy because it's not Tibet where the bowls were necessarily developed and came into existence. It's the Himalayan region of the world. So again, we understand Tibet as Tibet today. We understand Nepal as Nepal today. Did those areas of the world have the same name over 1,000 years ago? No. The borders were different. The lands were different. The names of those countries as we understand them today didn't exist back then. So it's the Himalayan region of the world. The bowl is shaped round, and traditionally they are handmade and hand hammered. And the blend of metals that are created is really each bowl master has that blend, and that's over literally hundreds to thousands of years in development, is to create what's that best blend of metals to create a bowl that will produce a wide range of harmonic sounds and vibrations. And because we are not digital beings, meaning on off, we are harmonic. We live in a harmonic type of world where you listen to the sound of the rain. It's not a single tone, it's multiple tones and frequencies. The wind, all natural sounds are harmonic in nature. Waterfalls, crackling of a fire, there's lots of harmonics and vibrational change taking place. And we respond to those. So you may have noticed that yourself. Rainy day, listen to the sound of rain, it's relaxing and calming. Watching a fire, visually it's harmonic in nature, but you listening to the sound of the fire, it's also harmonic in nature, it's calming, relaxing. Ocean waves, waterfalls, all kinds of the wind through the trees. All these are good examples of nature providing a harmonic sound vibration environment. And that's what the bowl does too. So these bowls are handmade, traditionally made, and hand hammered. And when you take that alloy that they create and they hammer it, it's not, oftentimes there's multiple people involved with that, and they're hammering in specific sync. Partly because if you don't hammer in sync with each other, you can't create the bowl. And you need to make sure that you're not hitting it when the other guy's hitting it. You're not hitting him. He's not hitting you. They have to be in sync. So the making of a handmade bowl is a synchronous, harmonic hammering that actually is in the creation of it. Boom, 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 boom. These hammering. You're hammering a harmonic pattern into the metal, even in its creation. So for as a sound healing instrument, the hand hammered formed bowls are the best bowl to use for sound healing. So this is an example one, and you can see that it's not perfectly smooth. There's all kinds of dents and things, and this is the hammering marks. So you'll see this on the inside of the bowl and the outside of the bowl, and that it is not 100% perfect. It's not machine made. They're handmade. They're hand hammered, and that hammering process is crucial to creating partly that greater harmonic vibration. The bowl is in this shape, and we call it a singing bowl because of the sound it makes. Now, there's two ways to make that sound. One is which is sometimes called a rimmer, and it has a a suede or leather, sometimes felt, on the wood. Sometimes you'll see these with the bare wood. It can still be used that way, creates different sound. And when you rim, it sings. So that's the singing aspect of the bowl. I can alternatively use things like these, which are strikers, and strike the bowl. This is felt. This one is like a wool. And as I strike the bowl, it also sings and produces a sound. That sound is harmonic in nature. But as I strike it, I can feel the vibration travel through my hand and into my arm. So that's the other quality, that's the important quality of the metal bowl, is its deep vibrational quality. So when this bowl is placed on the body, above the body, beside the body, those vibrations travel deep inside and into the body. So as a sound massage, when we use that word, if I was to place the bowl on my chest and it's played using either the rimmer or the strikers, and allowing that vibration to do its job, as it's on my chest, I can feel it in my spine. So what does that mean? That means that energy and vibration is traveling through all aspects of me. It's going through my chest, through my rib cage, through my heart, through my lungs, through the blood vessels, through the bones, and into my spine and my skin at the back. That vibration is going through all of me. It is one of the few modalities, if you want to call that, alternative complementary healing modalities that can have effect that travels through the entire body. So that is what makes sound healing, especially with the metal singing bowls, very unique. Other methods of sound healing is more limited, meaning it doesn't penetrate the body that deeply. So when I'm receiving a sound healing, it is doing that. In addition to that, that sound is very calming and relaxing. And as I listen to it, my brain responds. So that it's like listening to the fire or the rain or the wind or the oceans or waterfalls and so forth, that has a calming effect because my brain, through my ears, is listening to these sounds, and my mind calms down. So that's, without effort, your mind will become quiet and calm. In addition, you're feeling that vibration, which is harmonic in nature, which is completely happening at the same time as the sounds you're hearing, that you're feeling that vibration, and that has a calming effect on you as well. So just that alone is it has the ability to quickly bring somebody into a more calm, relaxed condition. We can say that it is great for stress release. It is great for pain relief. It is great for healing almost, or to assist in healing any type of condition. It's not something that we would say is replacing modern medicine in any way or form, but it is a complementary, supplementary thing that can really help us through our journey. We can very quickly, using sound healing, become in a quiet meditative state just by the sound and vibration. So sound healing meditation is one of the easiest and quickest ways to reach meditation. There's no specific technique involved other than knowing how to play the bowl. And you just listen to the sound. Strike it, listen, strike it, listen, strike it, listen, feel. That's it. Your mind and body will respond on its own, and you will find yourself quieting into a meditative type of state with little to no effort, other than knowing how to use the bowl. So sound healing has that benefit. It can quiet the mind, balance the emotions, and sends vibrations deep into the body. Those vibrations into the body help create release of stress and tension. So consider what happens when we do that. When we are calm, our mind becomes quiet, our emotions become balanced. We are in a state where we're feeling these wonderful warm vibrations traveling through our body. Our tensions are releasing, stresses are reducing. Our heart rate now begins to drop, quiets. Our blood pressure reduces. Our respiration becomes deeper. We're breathing better. Our digestive system changes. Our body stops producing or reduces the production of stress-based hormones and now is going into the self-healing mechanisms. So just that alone has great benefit to ourselves. There's so much more about sound healing we can talk about, but that's a basic introduction. Sound healing mostly uses a single bowl. You can do a lot with one bowl. I've developed a type of sound healing training, which is based on single bowl healing or 3-bowl healing. A lot of sound healing. There's many different ways of learning sound healing, many wonderful teachers out there in the world. And some of them are very medically based, meaning that do I want to learn sound healing for helping with stress, anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress syndrome, diabetes, arthritis, physical conditions, mental, emotional conditions. That's a path to sound healing. The other path is like sound massage, where I'm learning to just do a type of sound-based massage for deep relaxation, stress relief, tension relief, things like that. In some cases, you may need multiple bowls. For myself, I have dozens of bowls. Why? Because as a sound healer, I want to provide my clients with the most comprehensive sound healing possible. So in some cases, if I'm working with someone one-on-one and I'm offering a sound healing to them, I may use multiple bowls. Sometimes, very often, you'll find things that are chakra-based bowls, and those are bowls that are tuned that have a foundation note around what we understand as the chakra frequencies. And understand again that that's not a true and hardcore teaching that the heart chakra is the F note. No, we use the F note as representing the heart chakra, but the teachings of the chakras, and the chakras are simply energy centers in our body, and the teachings date back literally again thousands of years. When these teachings manifested, we understand that there was sound and vibration related to those energy centers, which we call chakras in the body. There's 7 major chakras in the body, lots of other chakras, but I'm using the heart chakra, the heart center, as an example. Modern musical notation didn't exist. So to say that these notes are 100%, no, it's just that they represent that generally speaking, that note or that frequency around that note or harmonics around there is really representative of that area of the body. Meaning the lower you go in the body, the deeper and lower the sounds are, the higher you go in your body, generally the higher the notes are. So often when you look for bowls, if you're looking for a bowl that's specifically to really to help you do with meditation and your own personal healing journey, get a hand hammered bowl. They're a little bit more expensive, but there's greater benefit to it being hand hammered. So you may find bowls that are chakra-based bowls, and I use them myself in every sound healing I do for someone personally. So, but you don't need to have that many bowls. You can do sound healing and do a lot with just a single bowl. And there's other systems that don't use chakra bowls at all. They have completely different tuning to them. There are bowls that are using completely things like to help with the mind or the emotions, or some bowls that just have a deep vibration, that the bowl is created to vibrate as deeply into the body as possible to produce more vibration, maybe less sound, or more sound, less vibration. So there's so many different ideas and techniques out there, and a lot of times different trainings may require lots of bowls. That's part of the reason that I found in my own journey, sound healing journey, that there was a little bit of a missed place, an area where we can teach sound healing to people that wasn't really being done yet. So, like I said, there's lots of different offerings out there. What I'm trying to do here is offer something that, hey, if you want to be a sound healer, but you don't really want to get into having hundreds of bowls, I've developed a type of training that's based on one bowl. Sound healing with a single bowl, sound healing with a single bowl, advanced, all kinds of different things you can do with just one bowl. A bowl, something like this, easy to carry around, throw it in a backpack, travel with it easy, do self-healing with yourself, and help others as well. That's also available, more information on that on my website, www.garysavitsky.com. So thank you for allowing me to share with you a little bit today and watching this video on introduction to sound healing and singing bowls, and how singing bowls and sound healing can greatly benefit our lives. How quickly we can get into that quiet meditative state, how it can help with our mind, our emotions, our physical body, our energetic body, and potentially even touching into our spiritual aspects of ourselves. Many times people, when they are in a sound healing, sometimes experience something that they could only call spiritual in nature. And will that happen every time? No. Each person experiences uniquely. If you have a sound healing and you come in feeling one way and you come out feeling better and different, how perfect is that? How perfect is that within an hour your pain is reduced and it lasts maybe for days. Your digestion is working better. Your tension headache is gone. So these are the kind of things that can really help with, so very quickly. So that's a little bit about sound healing. There's more information on my website. If you're interested in taking training, I offer group training, but also one-on-one individual personalized training if you'd like as well. I don't actually have it on my website, but I do offer, if somebody is looking for a singing bowl, I do carry some small stock of singing bowls. If you're interested in, I'd like to have a personal bowl, you can contact me through my website as well, and I can help you get that going for yourself as well. So again, thank you for letting me bring you into a little bit of my world of sound healing, and see you soon. Take care.